Hello everyone, Joseph Consul Madison LLP. This is a video in our video series regarding probate in Pennsylvania. We also do probate in New Jersey, but I'm speaking today specifically about my work in Pennsylvania. This video is about what happens when there is contention amongst the heirs involved in an estate. You might have a situation where you've got a man who remarried and both of his ex-wives have passed away. He's got children with both of them, and there just never was a great relationship amongst all of these kids, but all of them are entitled to inherit something. They don't know specifically what they're deserved of, but they do know that they want their fair share, and they don't want one of the other children to be in charge of the estate because they don't trust them. So you might come to me as one of these kids and say, Joe, can you help me probate this estate? Can you make me the administrator so I can get a jump on and be in charge of everything here? I'm an accountant. I'm very responsible. I know how to do all of this stuff. I won't rip anybody off. That all sounds good. However, what the state is going to require you to do is petition to be appointed as administrator. And as part of that petition, you have to serve your petition upon all of the other potential heirs who have as much of a right as you to be administrator of the estate. This, of course, is assuming there's no will that appointed one person to be the executor of the estate. So you're the accountant child who wants to be appointed as administrator. We file the petition. We serve your 4 other siblings, half siblings, whatever. Then on the appointed day, we get called down to the courthouse, and we initially go in front of not a judge, but the Register of Wills. The Register of Wills will discuss with us whether or not what his or her feelings are about who should be appointed administrator. Should it be Bob the accountant or one of the other kids? If he can't settle it and get everyone to agree, you're going to end up in front of an orphans court judge. Each person who wants to be the administrator or who doesn't want somebody else to be the administrator will testify. Bob did this when he was 5 years old. He kicked my dad in the shins, or more serious things. Money was stolen, and this person has a history of being irreputable. Whatever it is, you present that to the judge, and the judge will have to make a decision. And I've been in situations where it's not clear who is a better option than whom, and the judge just throws their hands up and says, hey, listen, lawyers involved on both sides, I'm going to make you two, the lawyers, as co-administrators. And then not only does the fact that these kids couldn't get along lead to none of them getting to administer the estate, now they're having to pay lawyers out of the estate funds to deal with the estate. And that's hourly work, oftentimes gets very expensive. So the takeaway is you really benefit from having a will, but in the event that that doesn't happen, coming to some family agreement with those that are in dispute is very beneficial and saves a lot of money. And what also needs to be clear is, as an administrator of an estate, you don't have the right to rip off your other heirs. You are duty bound by law to follow all of the rules and report to these other heirs actions that you take that affect their possible inheritance property. So it's not as easy as one person gets to be administrator, so it's a windfall for them. It's not like that at all. It's actually a lot of work for that person. And so the burden should be shared amongst the family. And even in tumultuous situations, it always behooves the family to open up lines of communication, call a ceasefire, a truce for that period of time, and deal with the estate. In the event that that can't happen, or even the event that that can happen, having a lawyer like myself on board to be involved in the process and call balls and strikes and make sure that everyone's dealing with each other fairly, oftentimes that's a huge benefit and actually helps this process get done a lot smoother. That's it. Joe Consul Madison, LLP.